Hello, good morning, everyone. Yeah, so this live stream is about to start. Yeah, just waiting for some of my waiting for volunteers kingdom to join this live stream session. Yeah. So let me see if I can just improve my camera. Yes, so I'm starting now. Thank you, everyone. Wherever you are, if you are joining this live stream now, I want to say thank you for your time. So we'll be starting in 3 seconds from now. Yeah, once again, good morning, everyone. My name is Adeoye. I'm a full stack developer at Soren Company. Yeah, I work on the developer platform project where we onboard developers who want to join Soren as a software developer. And I'm glad to tell you today that apart from being a software developer, Turing has also extended their platform to onboard even non-tech individuals into their platform. So in every field, and I'm glad to tell you privately that I'm one of the developers working on this feature to onboard even medical doctors onto the platform. And yeah, I don't know the kind of joy they'll be providing for them now. But yeah, I'm happy to tell you that students are so much evolved to the extent that being a software developer is not the only thing you can do in student. You can also be onboarded into other fields. Yeah, so before I end the stream, I'll be going more into that as one of the bonus sessions. So yeah, today we'll be talking on building. The theme of this program, this BKN program, is building digital citizenship, and I'll be talking on the session digital portfolios and security, online identity and growth. So the first, our focus today will be mainly on data portfolio and growth records. Why do they matter? Why did data portfolio and growth record? Why do they matter? Then, when we talk about security of your online identity, we'll be talking about the key best practices. So you can drop messages in the chat if you have any questions. Or I also have my WhatsApp connected to this laptop, so you can also drop me a message on WhatsApp. So I'll be going to send the chat to on WhatsApp to see if anyone has any message. So, thank you. So this session, I will try as much as possible not to take much of our time. Within the next 20-30 minutes, I should be done. So why does it matter, data portfolio Um, One of the reasons why you need a digital portfolio is for feasibility and credibility. And when I talk about feasibility and credibility, a lot of recruiters, clients, collaborators, they want evidence. I want to recruit someone. I want evidence that this person is who he or she truly says he is. So not just claims, oh, I've done this, I've worked with so and so company, I've used this in the past, I've used a gigantic robot, I've done this. No, you can tell us a lot of things, you can tell recruiters a lot of things, but they want claims, they want evidence to back up your claim. And that is why data portfolio is very, very important. In fact, without saying much, your data portfolio should be your voice that will speak out for you when it comes to recruitment or clients. Then data portfolio also leaves something like a permanent footprint. Everything that we post online is on. There's a popular saying that the internet never forgets. So whatever you post online, you can Google about it. It's always on the internet. Sometimes when you even delete some things online, sometimes you are not actually sure whether that thing is permanently gone, because one way or the other somebody has reposted that same material or reposted that same thing that you thought you are deleting the moment you post it, and you thought you have got rid of it and it's still there. So it's always be a kind of permanent footprint. Whatever you don't want exposed, it's better you don't put it online. It's better you don't put it in a digital portfolio. Then it also helps in continuous learning. The portfolio plus growth record shows how we are evolving. Now, I started a new career in tech. If I have a portfolio at the first time, maybe I just have 1 year experience as a software developer, I put it there. After 2 years, I changed my job, I have more experience, I add it. So it shows something like a continuous growth learning or a continuous growth pattern that shows people that over a particular period of time, this person is not just stagnant. This person is not just at a spot, but this person is evolving over and over again with time. Then I'll be sharing my screen. I have some materials here which we'll be going through together, which I'll be sharing on my screen. We'll be going through it together. I just tried to narrow this to I tried to narrow this to just a few points. So what is the digital portfolio? And that is where we're starting from. What is digital portfolio and growth record? So when we talk about digital portfolio, we are talking about a curated multimedia collection of projects and accomplishments or skills, accomplishments and skills. So a digital portfolio is just like your normal portfolio. If you see my back from where I'm sitting right now, you can see a kind of shelf at the back. I have some materials from books that are kept on that shelf, just at the back right here. And that is just it. I have a drawer here that contains some material. So those books on the shelf contain some of the materials, or it contains some seminars I've attended in the past. It contains some of the materials I used when I was in school, and some other things were there on that. So that is when we talk about the data portfolio, that is what do you call it? Is a is similar to what you are saying here. That is, you have a collection of projects, a collection of accomplishments, collection of skills that over a particular period of time you have it on just somewhere. So, and what is the dynamics of data portfolio? It grows over time. So it's not like a static resume. You can, I believe for some of us, if I ask us to share our resume, we are using the same resume that we've been using for the past God knows how many years, 10 years. Even as a person talking to you, the last time I edited my resume was like last year. So, but in digital portfolio, it grows with time. You update it with time. It's just like you are updating your views, you are updating your timeline, you are updating your posts on all these social media platforms. With time, it grows. You don't even know how it grows. Today, I start working at Legal Pension. I put it there. Oh, I'm now working at Legal Pension. With time, you are just putting one piece of information at a time. and before you know it, it goes with time, unlike your static resume. Then it's evidence-based. In digital portfolio, I'm still going to show us one example, or better still, let me just, for learning purpose, okay, I will stop sharing my screen and share again so I can share my old screen. I'm only sharing this document at the moment, but I'm going to share the whole screen now. Okay, Chrome tab. Okay, let me share the entire screen. Yeah. Okay, I'm sharing the card now. So I believe I think this becomes a mess of sharing the entire screen, and now this is off my screen. Let me just share. Okay, let me just be sharing one at a time. Um, let me let me share this one again. Okay, window sharing. You see that is working. Window sharing is not working. Okay, let me just go to LinkedIn. Then I will share this particular page. Then after that, I'm going to, yeah. So the first point I talked about is that it's evidence based. So we said it grows over time. This is my own LinkedIn, for example, is an example of data portfolio. And when I go to my profile, yeah, this data portfolio is not complete because I'm trying to hide a lot of things. So, but let's assume I didn't want to hide anything. I think this is the best place where you can know a lot about me. It's talking about my experience as a software engineer. So, for my experience, I only have experience up to Adeoye, which is 2019. Every other experiences that I have, I didn't add it here just because I'm trying to hide myself from some of the recruiters in my company. So, but for a very good data portfolio that protects you, with time, I start working in student, for example, I can add it as a position, and with time, it continues growing with time. Even my education, as I'm learning, you see, we said it contains evidence. You can see the link to one of the certificates I collected in my education. Then for when you go down, you see projects, you see some of the projects. I put some links to my project. So when anybody comes here, they see some of my projects, even though some of these projects might not be working with me. Let me try and see some of them working. So you might not be, you can probably we are just in this particular thing. So this is just an example. Let me and continue sharing my document. So I will still share the document with us and with link to the document with us. So yeah, we said it's evidence based. So you have links to code, demos. I don't need to start explaining to someone what I've done in the past. But the moment you see my LinkedIn or any of my digital portfolios, you definitely know that, oh, this person is really a software developer. It contains again. Then personal brand. So sometimes some people have a kind of, even my LinkedIn can serve as my personal brand. The way I structure my profile, the way I want things to be. Then sometimes I can decide to go and build a website which will tell more about me. So that is the key to it. So, and why does it help? It helps to demonstrate this skill. It helps people to know that yes, you really have this skill. So for example, if I stop sharing this tab, then let me stop sharing, then share one of other data portfolio, which is my GitHub. So this is a GitHub. When I tell someone I'm a software developer, what the person just needs to do, even though I don't have a website of my own, is to go to my GitHub page here. And from my GitHub, you will be able to see, you can see repository, about 68 repository. That's about 68 projects that I've worked on in the past, or that I've flown, or that I've participated in. So when you see it, you'll be like, wow, this person. So I don't need to tell somebody that, oh, I've built this before, I've built that before, I've built this sewing shop, I've built this, I've built that. All I need to do is to just give them the link to my data portfolio, and you can see it creates a kind of brand, I have some achievements here. Here extraordinary, that's the dance, that's push shark. I create a lot of pull requests. It have a if I'm to start talking about this, I'm not really talking about all these achievements. But my digital portfolio will portray everything. When I come to my overview here, even though it has been a while since I used my digital portfolio, but when you go as far back as 2019, you can see a lot of activities. Activities are the ones in blue line, in green light here. You see, I participated in a lot of activities from January to December. When you check 2020, the same thing. 2021, the same thing. 2022, I think I still use it, but not much. 2023, the activity started reducing because I'm not building more of partner projects. I'm working for companies. So it shows a lot of skills that I've learned with time. Then it's also a central hub. Like when you look at link a digital portfolio, it can be a central hub. That is for someone that has probably a digital website of its own where you can put everything about your life. So for example, I have my LinkedIn, I have my resume, I have my GitHub, I have a lot of digital portfolio. On my own personal website, this can be a digital portfolio. I can also add some of these links to it. So it can also be a central. Then when we talk about growth record, what does it mean? It means the chronological log of milestones, learning and reflection. So why do we call it chronological? Sorry for my English, that English is trying to twist my tongue. So when I say chronological, it means a dated activity. Like in 2020, in 2012, for example, I completed my university education. In 2021, I started working in social complaint. In 2022, so it gives a kind of dated event of how I grew. In year so, I'm able to acquire a certificate in this. For example, in my LinkedIn, which I shared the other time, in 2022, I was able to participate in University ALS Cloud DevOps Engineer training with AWS. So and I completed at that point. So it's a chronological record showing that over the over a certain period of time, I didn't judge in at a spot, but I am growing day by day. Then um, why does it matter? Personally, it helps. It encourages reflection. Like over the period of time, what did I learn? So for example, when you look at my GitHub, which I shared the other time, throughout last year, I don't have any activity on my GitHub. In 2024, in fact, the activities on my GitHub stopped in 2023. And that should be a kind of reflection to me, which means I've been so occupied in so many of external job and company job that I don't even have time to build anything personally to improve my skill. Yes, what I'm building for my company is improving my skills. But if I'm learning, yes, there's a new start I want to learn as a software developer. While learning, I write some code. While writing the code, I push my code to my GitHub personal repository where all my work lies. Which means for the past 2 years, I've not really had time to do personal learning and write codes to be pushed to GitHub. So that should be a kind of reflection. Doesn't mean I've not been learning anything. Then another thing is that it helps to show continuous improvement to employers that yes, I want to employ you. With your digital record, it will clearly show that okay, you are adding more value to yourself. For example, I will be using software development very well because I'm a software developer. So let's say, for example, over the period of years, I've been contributing to some external source projects, open source projects, fixing bugs, doing a lot of things. It will show my employers and people will work together like, wow, even though this speaker is working in this social company with us, but yet they still find time to improve themselves. They find time to learn this and this. And those are some of the things that will even bring about promotion when they see that you've gone ahead of others. You've learned things that others have not learned. But all those things, you are not going to be saying it with your mouth. You need to document it somewhere, and that is why data portfolio is very, very important. It contains all your growth record. Let me give us, for example, on my LinkedIn, let me give us an example, and I will tell us why I stop updating my LinkedIn. For example, yes, this is my LinkedIn. There was a certain period of time. Currently, I work with two, but I work with two software companies, one during another one in Portugal, and that is the reason why I didn't put all this experience here, because these two companies are big and giant tech companies, and they have recruiters all over the world. It's very possible for the recruiters, any of the recruiters, to come and see that, oh, this person is working with students, and yet he's still doing another work with BML Portugal. And it's very possible for BML Portugal recruiter to come and say, this person is one of our staff, and he's still working for students. So because of that, I stopped putting it. And what does that cost me? It came with a cost. When I have my digital portfolio updated, sometimes in year 2021, let me see if I can see the message. In year 2020 or 2021, I received a message from someone because my data portfolio was updated. The person is a friend to the CEO of Gateway. Let me see if I can see it. Yeah, that is October 17th. Now, if you look at this message, the person just reached out to me. He said, I need a developer to recruit. Are you available? Please send me your CV if available. This person doesn't know me from anywhere. He just sent me a message after checking my LinkedIn. Just send me a message. I said, hi, Rolando, thanks for reaching out. And I sent him my CV immediately. Then I was still working with students. And when I sent it, he said they will get in touch with me, and they got in touch with me. And at the point when they said they will get in touch with me, that was the point where I even had to ask this, what is the name of the company? I think I should know a little about the company before going for an interview next week. And he said, leave the pension. That is when I know that, and said that is the company. The executive director is my friend. So I got to know a friend to the executive director of Leave Pension just through my data portfolio. And after all these things started June 20, the recruitment process starts, even though it takes some time, but by October 17th, like 3 months later, I received my employment letter. And after a series of stages of interview and all those things, and he said, great, I was actually following up for you with the executive that is my friend. Thank God, please find time to see me next week in Victoria Island. And I never, for the truth of the matter is, I never for once see this man. Like, for once, I wanted to go to his office, but it happens to be when there is NSAS protest. So, not just to digress too much. So that is what I can do for you. Then, needing a concise and structured portfolio, you can pick a platform. Every other thing that I will be talking about now, I think I've already shown through GitHub and LinkedIn. So building a concise and structured portfolio, you should pick a platform. It can be LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn is the easiest platform you can pick to build your portfolio. Then that is the hosted. Then you can also, if you're a software developer like me, you can build a self-hosted platform or static site like
island.
particularly
And I never, for the
if
truth
you
of the
want more
matter is,
control.
I never for
Then
once see this man.
aside that,
Like for once,
you can also have a hybrid platform like a simple page with custom links linking out to GitHub, LinkedIn. You can have a website. So when we talk about, one thing is that just have a platform where you portray yourself. And for everyone that is joining this meeting at this point in time, that is joining this live stream, I think LinkedIn, even if you are not a software developer, LinkedIn is the best platform that you can choose. Then we have some essential platform, which are an essential section of the platform. It needs to talk about yourself. When building a data portfolio, people need to know who you are. So I'm going to be sharing my documents again. So people need to know who you are. Just a brief bio of yourself, just as you see on my LinkedIn. You can see I'm I just put senior full stack developer Nigerian. Though it's not the best bio. Okay, I have about, I love my job, and that is why I put my best into all I do. I have several years of experience building this, that, and so on and so forth. So it's just a brief bio. Then a professional portfolio plus contact link. Research has clearly shown it that people with photos on their profession, on their data portfolio, get to be trusted more. When I see who I'm talking to, I see the face, and in fact, some people might just like you for your face, as funny as it is. So get a very nice and fine professional picture. Someone that needs your service might not even look at the skills at times. I like this fine bobo, I like this fine girl, this person, and it's very, or you call yourself, you say you're a graphics designer or you are a designer, and you don't have a very clear and good picture to show. In fact, your picture will betray you. Your picture will be your Judas. You call yourself a graphic designer and you don't have a very good your picture is a blurred picture and all those things. So we should have a professional photo. It's part of the essential section. Then the project and work samples, like I showed us on our LinkedIn, we should portray our project and work samples, our skills and certification. You've done training in this, that, learn this particular skills of that, it should be there. Then growth timeline snapshot. As we are growing, every details of our life is just like a diary. I learned this today, put it there. I learned that today, put it there. Then contact or call to action. We should always ensure that in our professional data portfolio we put a contact, because if someone go through your portfolio and see something nice on it, they want to be able to reach out. So, and then when it comes to design, it should be, this is talking more of when it comes to software developers or those who aspire to it, you should be consistent in our branding. It should not be a multicolored branding, and it should just be simple. I think the best website I've ever come across is a very, very simple website. So, and that will also take me to one thing that I promised us. I said I will be showing us something with students. So when you look at and share another screen, the YouTube live stream. So this is student website. You can see this is the multinational website. You can see they work for OpenAI. They have clients with Reddit and Topic Gemini, and these are just few out of it. So let me just log into one account on Chrome. You can see when we talk about simplicity, it doesn't need to be multicolored. You can see this is a job page on Chrome. You can see white and black with some blue buttons. There is no mixture of color, black, white, blue button. No mixture of colors that we who people are. So we should try to be simple in our data portfolio as much as possible. Then I promise just to show us this stuff improvement. When you go to Chrome, you sign up on their website and you come to skills section. I actually work on this particular part. So now, before it was only software development, and we have software. Now we have machine learning. These are tech tools. We have cloud. We have others. But now, don't be surprised that if you study mathematics in school, during it,
your mathematics skills, so they can also find job for you as a math expert, physics expert, chemistry expert, biology expert, you can have business analyst, even people in language. And of recent, I think last 2 weeks, I work on this particular aspect. You can see we have healthcare and medical. So they now ask clients who needs people in healthcare sector. I don't ask me how they are going to do this. Maybe you'll be doing medicine online, I don't know, or they will ask you to travel, I don't know, or it's restricted to a particular region, I don't know. But one thing I know that this is a good improvement, even if it's not open to Nigeria now, or it's open to a particular region. This step clearly shows that when students start there, they don't recruit people for healthcare and medical. It's only tech. But now we are going into healthcare and medical. You can see different field of healthcare, general, primary. And when you click on general, you can see different skill set that you can select under general and diagnosis anesthesia, curative, and all these things you can see. You can apply. I don't know the kind of job yet, so nobody should ask me yet. So then engineering, they now recruit civil, chemical, mechanical, and all those things. Then even humanities. So I was talking to my manager 2 days ago. I said it's like students want to start recruiting everybody in every field of life, and you can see even as humanities, they have different kind of onboarding for them. You can see humanity, you study music, psychology, sociology, philosophy, geography, history, and so on and so forth. If you want to know more, you can always uh, check student website. I will drop the link in my I will drop the link probably at the bottom of the slide sharing with us. So if you are interested, when I share this slide, when I share the link to this document with us, so I just drop the link here, so you can always check out this website. Sign up as just sign up, create an account with your email and password. When you get to the onboarding, you can play around with whatever aspect you want. So I'll talk about the essential section. Then I'll talk about mobile friendliness. So it should be that is for developers actually. It should be mobile friendly. Then securing your online identity. Security is very important these days. Nowadays they ask from simple WhatsApp to email and stuff. Before in those days when I started learning it myself, what people ask most is big things like credit card, like all these things. But today they can even hack your WhatsApp so they hack anything hackable now. Once that thing is personal and related to you, it's personal, it needs to be secure. So and that is why we have a strong and unique password. So you can use a password manager. And sometimes when I recommend password, I always try to recommend some hard to crack password